Has PS5 won the current gen? No. PC has. Get wrecked, console. Sorry. Look, I've never been one of those like. There you go. There you go. I've never been one of those like PC is the it's more to me about knowing exactly what's going on in the industry, and I just see so much scummy stuff happening with console all the time that it really is a turnoff. And to say that, I mean, obviously, I think current gen they're talking about console only, you know, but PC stinks. Yo, careful, buddy. Who knows? Your PC, your next PC build might not run, dude. You keep talking like that. You know what I mean? Scummy stuff happens with PC. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's I feel like it's much more prevalent with console because of where they've got people locked in at. You know, they've got people locked into this situation where if you want to play on our console, we've got you locked in. You don't have to worry about technical stuff or any of that kind of thing. Whereas PC, you've got to know how to deal with things. And people aren't willing to learn, or they don't have the time to learn, or they don't have obviously don't have the knowledge up front, so they don't want to get into the PC space, right? So console is that easy entry to gaming, or that easy just plug and play option. But what it does is, because they know they've got people locked in on that, they do scummy stuff, dude. Like Xbox, if to do an extension for your storage capacity for 1 terabyte of storage, it's $200, Doug. Just as an example, a 1 terabyte storage, 1 terabyte hard drive, solid state drive on PC is like $60, Doug. You're talking like 3 times the price for Xbox storage, when all it was they set up some proprietary model with Seagate and Western Digital. You know what I mean? It's those kinds of things that I'm talking about. And the no backwards compatibility. And then you have to buy the games over again with every next iteration of the console. And you don't have to deal with that with PC, man. So I'm not saying that there's not ever any kind of scummy stuff that does happen. Or if you buy into the console, just because you bought into their platform doesn't mean you get to play online. You know what I mean? You've got to buy into their service, their online service as well. You don't have to do that with PC, man. Because that's where they get people in the console space. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. If people take the time, if they have the time and they take the time to get knowledgeable on at least base level PC stuff, I feel like it's a better space for gaming, because the console world is getting really, really scummy, man. They're getting over on people in a lot of different ways. So, I mean, that's just some of the more notable things off the top of my head. But I mean, the list goes on, man. And it's, in my opinion, the more we move forward, the worse I've seen it happen. And with PC, you don't see a lot of that kind of thing. You don't have to pay you don't have to pay on top of your internet provider charge. You don't have to pay for another charge just to play games online most of the time. There are small little occasions where, like with Rockstar, they want you buying the online version of their game or something. But if like with Nintendo, you're going to buy Tears of the Kingdom now, Next console comes out. If you want to play Tears of the Kingdom on that console, you're gonna have to buy it again, dude. That's not the way it works with PC. You buy a game now, you build a new PC in a year, you play that same game you already bought. You know, there's just ways in which I feel like the console space. If you want more storage for your PC, go pay $60. You don't have to pay $200 because they made some contract with a hard drive manufacturer to say, oh, well, we'll set it up to where people can only use your hard drives on our platform, so you can mark up the price 300%. You know, it's those kinds of things, man. That is just the more we move forward, the more this kind of crap keeps happening. But it's because they have people locked into the console space. They have so many people that just need or want plug and play, and aren't willing to jump into the PC side of things. They know they've got them locked in, and they'll pay for what they need to game. So I'm not saying that there might not be some scummy stuff on the PC side, but dude, in my opinion, it's nowhere near what the console space is doing to people. So feel free to chime in, brother. You know, on because I'm always open to these discussions. But from my point of view, as someone who has always played traditional, I mean, from the time I was a little kid, dude, console and PC stuff, and keeps up with this kind of stuff on the constant. I've moved away from console a lot because of the stark contrast I've seen between the way that all these console manufacturers are treating people in these aspects, as opposed to, you know, the way you can do things on PC. Personally. But I'm up for discussion, man. I'm not saying there aren't pros and cons to both sides. It's absolutely not what I'm saying. There's a pros and cons list to both consoles. There's pros and cons to PC as well. Um, but currently, and the way I've seen things trending for quite a while now, is that there's just a lot more scummy type stuff that goes on for people that are locked into the console gaming space.